She's shaking because the thunder outside. It's okay, boo-boo. It's okay. We'll sit on the couch with you. Hello. Welcome back to Cooking with Neighbors. It's July the 10th, 2020. Look for something to dry my hands. And today we are making stuffed pasta.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's not the shell pasta that we did before. It's this, and it's oven ready, so you don't have to boil it first for a few minutes. Okay. And today we are going to be stuffing it with ricotta cheese, spinach, Parmesan cheese, and an egg. All right, and then I'll show you the next step after that. But first, the spinach, I had some frozen in my freezer, and I thawed it out and squeezed the water out. It's about a cup full of chopped cooked spinach. Okay. And then I'm going to put our ricotta cheese in there. We're going to crack an egg. This is a large egg. So you can use two, that's actually an extra large egg. You can use two medium eggs, or you can use an extra large egg. And now I'm going to reserve some of this cheese to sprinkle on top. Now you can use this and mozzarella. We're just keeping the recipe simple. So we put about half of this cheese in there. Now I'm going to mix that up really well. I need to put a little bit of pepper in there as well. And now I'm going to smush it together. If the ricotta cheese is room temperature, it's easier to blend. I just took it out of the fridge. I got the oven preheating to 350. And if you didn't want to use spinach, you can use chopped Italian parsley in this, if you didn't want to use spinach. There's our mixture. And the egg is going to help bind that together. And now here we have a piping bag.
Okay.
Okay, so it's got the bottom snipped out. If you don't have a piping bag, you could probably find one at the dollar store, but if you don't have one and you want to do this, you can use like a Ziploc freezer bag and cut the corner off and use that as the, because we're going to fill this up so that we can fill up our shells. Because these are tubes. These shells are.
These shells are tubes?
Yeah, they're tubes. They're not the shelled ones. You'll see them when I open the. That down in there. So 1 second. So if you don't have to make your own marinara sauce, a lot of times I do, but you don't have to. Just get your favorite store-bought marinara, and you're going to put about almost half of it, not quite, into the bottom of your casserole dish, or your lasagna pan, or your foil tray, or whatever you have, and just coat the bottom, because the sauce is actually going to help cook your pasta shells. Okay? Mm-hmm. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan, grated Parm, Casey, into the sauce there, just to give it a little bit of flavor. You don't have, this is not a step that you need to do. I just want to. And I didn't add any salt to this because the Parmesan cheese is salty enough. So let's get to. So I'll do a few, and then we can pause, Casey, and then you don't, and then we can come back to it. You just fill up the woohoo vacuum blobbing out of there.
How's it not just fall out the other end?
Well, you got to give it a little push. You can, right? You can even have part of your finger across there if you want, right? And then do that. Another one.
And you just lay them all down in a big row?
Yeah, we're gonna. It'll probably take 2 rows of this.
So
you keep them
on top
tight
of each other?
No,
No.
we're not gonna put them on top of each other. You keep them tight to each other, though. You
Okay.
keep the rows tight, as tight as you can.
Huh. Is this like Italian?
Remember.
I
I forget the
it's like
name
some
of the
other
area.
place.
Yeah, you can. The shells or kettle. There's all different pastas that you can stuff. You could use this for any one of them. You can stuff this with the meat mixture if you want. You can. This is just one way. This is sort of like the traditional filling.
Do you think that's enough of them?
Yeah, and then we'll come back
Okay.
when they're full. Okay.
That.
Okay. So now we're going to put the sauce on top, marinara.
I'm excited.
Just cover it all in. I'm going to use just a tiny speck of water in there to get that out. So now, I just want to spread it a little bit. That matters. I'm going to put the rest of the Parmesan cheese on top. Now when I put stuff it with meat, I like to use the mozzarella, but the creaminess of the ricotta, I don't bother putting mozzarella on this particular kind. Add an extra few shells in there. Wasn't going to fit in my pan anyway. So I'm just going to cover that up. The sauce will start getting nice and warm and start cooking that.
So it's at 350?
Yeah, it's at 350. Okay? I'm going to move her, Casey.
She's
so
terrified of the lightning.
I know. I don't want the oven to get to her.
She's looking at me with the widest eyes. Like, why is there lightning outside, Casey?
Yeah, you got a little funny. Poor puppy.
Oh.
Okay.
Right.
So then after 25 minutes, I'm going to take it out and take the foil off the top and then put it back in for another like 10-15 minutes. Okay? So we'll take you back when we're at the finished product. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. I'm taking her out of the oven. So the time, I think I said 20-25 minutes, but it's actually keep it covered for like 40 minutes, okay? 40
Okay.
for,
So
and
can you
then
explain it all over again one more time then?
for the timing.
So you keep it covered for 40 minutes with the tin foil.
Yep. At
But-
350 on the lower rack.
And then what?
And then you take it out,
You take it
take
out.
the foil off, and put it back in for another 10 minutes.
Alright, so that part was
Yeah.
correct.
So it's just that I said put in for 20-25. I meant to say
Yeah.
40-45.
Alright.
Covered.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll probably edit out the part where you said the other thing then.
I'm just going to get a little thing then.
Looks good.
Now, you know the mixture, the ricotta cheese, the spinach, and the Parmesan cheese and pepper.
Mhm.
Feel free to put like some garlic powder, onion powder in it if you want, or some red pepper flakes or all three. Like you can add a bit to that. This is just, quick and simple. And if you want to put, when you take it out and then uncover it, if you want to put mozzarella cheese on it, feel free, go ahead. Like, if you want to put mozzarella on it.
Where's the dog?
And then put it back in. She's on the couch.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a bit scared. So I'm just taking one out because we're going to sit down and have dinner in a minute. So I'll just put one on the plate.
Okay, I think then that'll be the... Or I'll take a picture later for the thumbnail? Or?
Whatever you want to do. Okay?
Okay. Well, are you going to try it on camera?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll cut it in the... So you can see the cheese. Okay.
Maybe I'll just do this. Hold on.
Oh man, when it's too far away from me, I'm making a mess.
I forgot. That's gonna be funny when I edit together.
The other video.
Yeah, the spaghetti with the hands.
The bloopers. I tried to swirl it and then eat it, but then it was falling off my fork.
Yeah.
So then I ate it on my hands. But this is too hot to do that. I'll ruin myself.
How does it taste? I don't know if I've had this before. Have I?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
Give me one more. I'm gonna have one more, and then that'll be it.
I love spinach.
All right.
And I love the sauce.
Is it like, comment,
Noodle.
subscribe?
I would describe it as...
No, I said like, comment, subscribe.
Oh, comment and subscribe.
Yeah.
Make it. But make it your own too. Like, if you want to add different things to it, garlic, whatever, go right ahead.
Yeah.
Enjoy your weekend, everyone. I'll see you after the weekend.